A very good afternoon from the Perth Hockey Stadium, where I'm pleased to say the rain has just stopped. It's been pouring down in the game before, and there was standing water on the pitch, but the floodlights are on, and the sky is brightening just a little bit as we're about to see the final match for these two clubs. Victoria Park Xavier Hockey Club take on North Coast Raiders in the Women's Premier 1 grade. And this is an important match because Vic Park, if they can get a victory in this game, they could well force their way into the finals, but they will have to wait and see, because at 3:30, Suburban Lions will be playing UWA. But a win would lift Vic Park, who currently sit in 5th place on 29 points, above UWA if Suburban Lions could beat UWA, because Suburban Lions are on 34 points, UWA on 30. So they will have to wait their fate. At the moment, they've just got to concentrate on getting a victory today over North Coast Raiders. We turn our attention to the team lineups and the players to look out for. Well, Michelle Harvey is always dangerous for Vic Park. So too their captain, Rachel Fruscia. And Harriet Collins, well, she's their leading scorer at the moment with 11 goals. And today, if ever they wanted a goal from her, it is today. And, of course, Danielle Besto, wearing number 6, is always, again, a very crucial player for the Vic Park setup. They are coached by Chris Taylor. Turning our attention to the North Coast Raiders team, and it's a very young side, and there is experience alongside some of those young players. But the players to look out for, in my opinion, number 9, Shania Tonkin, is always important in the midfield. Jackie Day, their captain, wearing number 11. And Jordan Holtzberger, wearing number 16 from penalty corners. She too will be a really important part of the North Coast Raiders setup, and they are coached by Colin Brandis. Our umpires for this match are Dan Mander and Tracy Fowley from New Zealand. And I know her mum was very grateful when we acknowledged the fact that she was from New Zealand last time we did a game, because although she lives here, she is still a New Zealand citizen. And it's great that we have some of the international umpires taking part in the competition over here. Well, this match, as I say, very important from a Vic Park perspective. We spoke to Rachel Fruscia at the beginning of the season before their opening game, and she was saying that they were disappointed not to make the finals in 2018. They felt they had the squad to do it in 2019. Well, they're on the brink of it. Today could well decide their fate, and it's going to be important that those key players step up. And one of the players who came back this season after missing most of 2018 with an anterior cruciate ligament injury is Carrie Somerville, and again, she could be crucial today, wearing the number 30. We're just waiting for the officials to let us get this match underway, and it's good to see the rain has stopped. The pitch is certainly going to be wet enough, and so everything should be perfect as the whistle goes, and it is Vic Park who get us underway. Vic Park in their familiar black. And there sure be, I'm sure, some nerves amongst the players as they know they've got to get a victory, and they've just got to relax and hopefully just play their normal game. Good steal there, and now carried forward by Emma Reid. Reid, though, dispossessed, and North Coast Raiders, well, they got nothing to lose. Currently sitting in 8th place on the ladder. They've avoided relegation, but they can't get into the finals. Pushed wide, but just too far ahead of Harriet Collins. And over the side it goes. Gives me a chance, though, quickly to thank our sponsors, FMG, AUSDRILL, Danks Furniture, and, of course, Kookaburra and TigerTurf. They've supported the live stream throughout the season, and they'll be supporting us through the finals, as we will be covering all the women's and men's finals games. Good possession being held there by Holtzberger. Steele is ploughing through was Emma Hickey. What a free hit for North Coast Raiders. So Hickey over the ball. Goes square in the back line. Played forward now by Dempsey Campbell. Just lost on the edge of the circle. Vic Park able to play it out from the back, and that was Jamie Thomas, who I think last time we featured a Vic Park game, Jamie Thomas had an outstanding match from memory. Vic Park again, cracking that one forward, and now they'll go with a high press and try and just keep North Coast hemmed in their defensive third. Kimberly Young coming across, looking to close down. A little bit narrow down the side, but it's good play. And Brooke Hurst now, a little bit of space, advances, pushes it into a gap, but stepping out from the back is Carrie Somerville. Involved once more, Emma Reid. And there is Jamie Thomas, finding a little bit of space down the left-hand side. Free hit goes Thomas's way. Plays it into the defensive line. Abby Taylor squares it across to Somerville. Somerville slides it down the line on the flank. And that's a powerful strike into the circle coming from Rachel Fruscia, but it was good defensive work by North Coast Raiders, keeping it out of the danger area. Emma Hickey, wow, that was a good touch coming off Kimberly Young. And a little bit of space that Somerville had to stretch a little bit. I thought it just had too much pace on it, but she got there quickly. Intercepted again inside the circle by North Coast Raiders, and Emma Hickey again doing good work. Takes it to the corner, good pass as well. That's going to be intercepted though. Fruscia, good pass infield now to Emma Reid. Emma Reid scanning and finds Young. Young blocked by a really good block coming out quickly by Anna Roberts. Still alive inside the circle and it's taken away from Young again. The umpire put a whistle in her mouth, thought about it for a second, then changed her mind. That's a good pass from Fruscia to find Young. Good pass inside the circle now, trying to turn and get a shot away. Goes back to Young again. Good 3D skills, and it is going to be a goal. And Vic Park have got the perfect start. There was just a touch in front of the goalkeeper. And I think, is there a conversation going on with the umpires? I think there's a little bit of an inquest in the defensive line. But it was a really patient build-up by Vic Park in the end. And the goal, just the final touch, coming from Harriet Collins, who we said was going to have a crucial part to play in this match. So the goal standing. And so that is a perfect start for them. Of course, they are pushing for a final spot. They're currently sitting 5th on the ladder. And there is a game after this that will decide whether they can make it between Suburban Lions and UWA. 3rd and 4th playing each other. And this is 5th place. That was played into the feet. Brookhurst, there was not much she could do to get her feet out of the way. There's a good lead further forward from Kimberly Young. She just dispossessed there. Good defensive work again from North Coast. Raiders carrying the ball forward now through Shania Tonkin. Vic Park would like to get, I would have thought, a nice 2-goal buffer before they start relaxing. Jamie Thomas, nice pass from her, collected well by Renee Rockcliffe. That's going to deflect forward into the circle, and that was almost stolen brilliantly by Michelle Harvey. Somerville just trying to push it back to Harvey, but it just caught the foot. So North Coast just playing it up the pitch and easing the pressure defensively. Now they will look to try and restrict Vic Park coming out of their defensive line. Over the ball is Carrie Somerville. Goes deep into the heart of defence. Trying the diagonal pass. It was cut out momentarily by North Coast, and good defensive play coming back, but just too soft with the pass. And it is in fact going to be a Raiders ball from the side. It was a wry smile on the face of Keely McCauley. She knew she just under-hit that pass. Keely McCauley, who originally comes from Gerringong in New South Wales. Interception again in the midfield is a good one this time for Raiders from Holtzberger. Jackie Day carries forward now. Day goes over the 23-metre line and just plays it into the foot free. Well, no, it's not. It's gone the other way. I thought that was maybe just a little bit high. Somerville receives it well and then accelerates being chased, but pushes the ball now through the gap, and that's a good pass for Harriet Collins to chase. Collins keeps it in play. But it was then a free hit given to Raiders. Playing out of the defensive circle, quite calm under pressure. Good play coming there from Anna Roberts. Anna Roberts, of course, who's a strong exponent of the indoor game. Which usually is really good for defenders in terms of timing their tackling. It's not really taken off as much as it has in Europe, the indoor version of the game, and that was just lifted dangerously, so it'll be a free hit again to North Coast Raiders. Brookhurst over the ball, South passes, goes back into the defensive line. Emma Hickey plays it square, she'll get the ball back. Real determination in the end to keep possession from Holtzberger. Holtzberger wins a, well, no, she doesn't win the free hit she thought she had, and then it was deemed to have been her foot. So we've gone past the halfway point of the first half. Just 1-0 at the moment to Vic Park. Harriet Collins deflection just in the 5th minute, giving Vic Park the lead. That should be intercepted, and it is. Emma Reed stretching on the reverse stick. Jamie Thomas again marshalling the defensive line. Plenty of time for her. Scanning again as the pass was played back to her, just to see what was available. But North Coast Raiders marking up really well in the midfield, not allowing any space to the Vic Park players. Now it's going to come through, and a chance for Danielle Bestel. She pushes it out to the left-hand side, and Jackie Day just caught her foot, play on quickly, and just taken away in the end from Amberley Abbott. The chance goes begging for Vic Park, who was searching for a second. Now it's a chance for Raiders to go on the attack. The ball breaks kindly for Annika Schoenens. Schoenens looks to play it square. It's a good pass, not brought under control, unfortunately, by Maddie Newland. And then the shot from Holtzberger going over the crossbar. That was a difficult pass for Maddie Newland to get under control, to be fair. Maddie Newland, who played her hockey for Buckingham Hockey Club in the UK. Of course, England used to play their internationals very near Buckingham many years ago at Stowe School. That was when games were played on grass, and the pitch was known as the carpet. Comes out wide now. Chance to come forward as Collins just tried to combine, but good defensive play again. Emma Hickey. Being closed down now by Kayla O'Sullivan. And that's a wasted ball forward, just runs harmlessly over the baseline. And that was another wasted ball just over the sideline. So North Coast Raiders with possession just inside Vic Park half. Can they find an equaliser before the first break? Well, there's a little bit of bumping and boring going on there between Maddie Newland and Maddie Naylor-Pratt. Newland didn't get the decision. In fact, neither player did. It was just deemed to have run harmlessly out of play. Fruscia squares it to Thomas. Thomas now has a chance to play it up the line to Somerville. Somerville just checking back away from Tyler Hurst. Comes wide again. Emma Reid looks to push it down the line. Good touch, just taking it over the side from Brooke Hurst. So Somerville over the ball again for Vic Park. Goes back to Jamie Thomas. Thomas plays it onto the left-hand side. Are they going to go direct? No, Rachel Fruscia pushes it out to the left-hand side. That's a good steal. Raiders trying to dribble it out of defence, left the ball behind momentarily and then managed to get it back. Jackie Day couldn't combine, unfortunately, with Maddie Newland, and the ball goes over the side. Newland just cutting a line of running infield. She did really well to dribble that out of defence. Thomas, good pass into the midfield and a good turn in the end. Rachel Fruscia comes square again to Jamie Thomas. Renee Rockcliffe first times it. Oh, and unfortunately just a miscommunication at the top of the circle. It looked quite promising. It was Harriet Collins trying to combine with Kimberly Young. Young just coming in off the flank at the moment the pass was played. Somerville gets that aerial pass under control, plays it infield. Renee Rockcliffe now. Well, she was looking for Reid, and Reid just hesitated for a second on her run forward. Now it's stolen by Shania Tonkin. Tonkin looking to play the ball forward, well intercepted by Fruscia. Fruscia now can spark an attack for Vic Park. Plays it to Rockcliffe, just a miscontrol from her. And a chance to play out from the back for North Coast Raiders, but given back to Fruscia, all that ricocheted off her stick into a shin pad, so it will be a free hit to North Coast Raiders as we're about to enter the final minute of the first quarter. Shania Tonkin brings it down. It's a good pass from her inside the circle. Is this the equaliser? Didn't manage to get the shot away. Unfortunately, Tyler Hurst. And the defence came across, and Vic Park will carry it out quickly and try and get it up the other end. Kimberly Young, good collection from her ahead of the defender. Lovely movement on the stick and the ball on the end of it as if it was glued. Renee Rockcliffe plays it in, looking for the deflection, and diving to try and get a touch was Harriet Collins. That was almost a well-crafted goal by Vic Park. They moved it around well, and Collins certainly committed to the cause, diving to try and get the final touch and get it past Emily Carroll in goal. A good play again by Raiders, just dribbling it out of defence, and over the side it goes. If we look at the goal difference at the moment, it won't really come into play because Vic Park have a +12 goal difference, UWA 5, +5, and Suburban Lions +13. So just a draw in that match, or even a win to Lions, will see Vic Park through into the top 4 if they can maintain the scoreline that they're taking into this first break, or even increase on it and make sure they get a victory. But it is going into the first break, Harriet Collins' goal that separates the two teams. It is Vic Park Hockey Club 1, North Coast Raiders 0. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium as the sky has gone suddenly again very, very grey, and it looks as if some more rain might be about to fall here. It looks very dark and gloomy down on the pitch. You would not believe we have the floodlights on at the moment, so that is just how dark it is. But it is Vic Park leading at the moment as we are about to get the second quarter underway. North Coast Raiders, though, have been fairly good in defence, and they just have not managed to put it together in attack as yet as we get the second quarter underway. Vic Park again, and Harriet Collins starting it from the halfway line. A little bit more drive in the midfield here. Jackie Day, captain of the North Coast Raiders, carries it forward. Originally from Queensland, now very much an honorary Western Australian. Jackie Day. North Coast Raiders searching for that equaliser. Newland now trying to beat two defenders, forced away from the circle. Has to go back into the defensive line. Emma Hickey plays it forward. Brooke Hurst. Hurst cutting infield. Hurst was impeded there by Michelle Harvey, so it'll be a free hit to Raiders. Hurst plays it forward, and Shania Tonkin just losing control with the close attention coming from Michelle Harvey. As it looks as if the rain just starts to fall again, and now it's absolutely cascading down. There was a short little spurt, and then suddenly the noise level just rose and the umbrellas down below us go up. And there's certainly plenty of people who made their way up onto the balcony here in the grandstand just to try and get a little bit more shade from the rain. North Coast Raiders, though, good attack from them, edge of the circle. It's going to be cleared, should be picked up, and it is. Dempsey Campbell playing it forward again, and Jackie Day wins a free hit. Jackie Day plays on with it quickly. Nice little turn from her, into the circle it goes. Good defence, though, from Vic Park. They had the numbers back, and the numbers were positioned well. And that's just to clear it up the field, or though giving it plenty of chase is Michelle Harvey. She's got pace to burn and really put a bit of pressure on Dempsey Campbell, and, well, the crowd not happy with that. They felt that should have been a long corner. Pleased to say, rain just slowing a little bit. Rachel Fruscia was put under pressure, and she's withheld that pressure from Robin Welsh. And the wind now picking up as it blows the rain across. Good, lovely pass. Collins now plays it. Well, she was looking for the near post. The touch from the defender actually made it easy, and Michelle Harvey very nearly pounced. Well, it looked as if it was going to harmlessly go out of plan. I think the touch came from Brooke Hurst. It was indeed Brooke Hurst who gets the ball now, who just kept that alive, and Vic Park nearly made them pay. It will be at 16 as Jamie Thomas makes her way back. Jamie Thomas, who won a bronze medal in the state under-18 national championship several years ago with Emma Reid and Danielle Bestel, two of her teammates for Vic Park today. Dempsey Campbell pushed it out wide, and that's going to go into the midfield, and Thomas will collect that with plenty of time and space. It's a well-directed pass, and it's going to be another foot race, and it is Danielle Bestel chasing. Collins is trying to get there ahead of Hurst, and Collins is the player penalised and looks quizzically at the umpire, Tracy Fowley, feeling as if she was hard done by. It was almost a David and Goliath or something similar in the female books. Good break forward now coming from Maddie Newland. Newland advances, and what a touch from Fruscia. Newland looked as if she was going to get inside the circle. It'll be a long corner now to North Coast Raiders. Shania Tonkin goes back. Emma Hickey. That's going to be a good touch for Tonkin. Tonkin advances into the circle. She goes, drives towards goal, pulls it onto her forehand. Good stop, and it'll be a penalty corner, the first of the match, going the way of North Coast Raiders. It was a good touch from Jackie Day. Just took the sting off that and made it fall perfectly into the path of Shania Tonkin. And the first penalty corner goes the way of North Coast Raiders. The big question is, can they get an equaliser? Just trying to see if Holzberger is out on the pitch. I don't think she is at the moment. So waiting at the top of the circle, Emma Hickey alongside her Maddie Newland. Out it comes. Here is Hickey. Strikes it. Lifted that though. So just too high. But it's still with them. Shania Tonkin's pass to try and find Newland. She's got a free hit just outside the circle. Vic Pack fans don't like the decision. Jackie Day slides it in there. And that one just unfortunately ran behind Holzberger. So Vic Park survive. Gives me a chance again to acknowledge the sponsors, FMG, AUSDRILL and Danks Furniture, for their support of the live stream, as we see a good break forward now coming from Renee Rockcliffe. Rockcliffe, top of the circle on the reverse stick, and she just, I think, got underneath that and pushed it wide. So it will be another 16 for North Coast Raiders. Certainly getting involved in the forward line and making herself available is Robin Walsh. She came off second best there, but she's causing problems. That was a strong coming together there. Sienna Berry, though, getting the decision. Takes the free hit, goes infield. Again, Jamie Thomas determined. Comes up with the ball for Vic Park. Holzberger, though, comes back and steals it back for Raiders. And a little nudge in the back from Thomas means it's a free hit to North Coast Raiders. And down below us, Colin Brandis wanting to make a change, I think, fairly quickly. He's obviously seen something as the ball now comes wide once more for Renee Rockcliffe, who's beginning to find a little bit of space. Bestel goes back to Rockcliffe. Good skills from Renee Rockcliffe. Rachel Fruscia now drills it to the back post and allowed to run free and out of play. Keely McCauley again was waiting there. Closely attended to by Brookhurst. High press now from Vic Park as Young goes to close down. That was played, I thought, into the foot, not given. And the free hit is now going to be Vic Park's as we just waiting as Jordan Holzberger, I think, has to just do a shoelace up quickly. So almost every player back now for North Coast Raiders. Self pass taken. Played in again to the back post, and once more McCauley was lurking, but the ball that time just played too high into the circle. So the free hit going the way of North Coast Raiders as we're halfway through the second quarter. Still no more goals added. Harriet Collins' goal, the difference between the two teams. Emma Hickey trying to dribble it out of defence, trying to go on the reverse stick and didn't quite get low enough, and it came off the back of her stick. So the free hit taken by Fruscia, feeds it to Thomas. Thomas closed down. Holzberger looked to have the hand in the back, but the ball gets to Fruscia. That's well cut out by Shania Tonkin. Tonkin now looking to advance, take on Somerville. She almost ran out of space and then trying to just play that down the line. Never got the connection she wanted in Tyler Hurst. Had no chance of keeping it in play. The decision going the way of Renee Rockcliffe. Jackie Day a little bit miffed. Now's a chance for Danielle Bestel. pushed forward into the path of Kayla O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan drives towards the baseline, wins a long corner. Danielle Bestel, well, she didn't actually place that on the line, but she's got away with it. Comes back to Fruscia again. And that's into the foot. Jackie Day looks to play on immediately. Not a lot of options forward for her, so just plays it down the line and out of play it goes, and possession given back to Vic Park. Of course, that is the problem when you're defending so much. Sometimes coming out and trying to counter-attack, the numbers aren't there. Somerville keeps it in play. Goes back to Jamie Thomas. Again, good closing down. Fruscia got a very sharp pass, almost stolen by Holzberger, and it was played into the body of Holzberger by Fruscia. Holzberger frustrated that she couldn't play on. It was a matter of millimetres, actually, I think, from where the offence occurred, and umpire wanting her to go back to. Emma Hickey keeps possession. A little bit of pressure now on Dempsey Campbell, but she keeps the ball for Raiders. It's going to be another free hit to Raiders as we go into the final 5 minutes of the first half. The thing that's going to make it hard for North Coast Raiders is Vic Park have actually conceded the least goals in the Women's Premier 1 grade all season. They've only conceded 19 goals in 18 matches. This is round 18, and so 17 matches and a half. Only 19 goals, so that's a fantastic record by them, and they're a hard team to break down. So Raiders are going to find it difficult, but they are hanging in there at the moment. At 1-0, they're still in with a shout. And no doubt the players from Suburban Lions and UWA, although they've got their game coming up at 3:30, I'm sure they're keeping an eye on the score on this one, because it will have a real bearing on their match. Vic Park win, UWA will have to win against Suburban Lions to make their way into the top 4 and the finals, which will get underway next weekend here at the Perth Hockey Stadium. Good anticipation again from Somerville. She carries over halfway, closed down by Tonkin. Free hit will be Somerville's though. Goes infield, there's a shin pad there as Danielle Bestel manages to get the better of Holzberger. She keeps going, feeds the ball top of the circle, and, well, they've won a penalty corner. A little bit fortunate because there seemed to be a bit of a mix-up at the top of the circle. But it is the first penalty corner of the match for Vic Park. And the big question is, can they turn it into a goal and give themselves a 2-goal cushion going into half-time? Making her way to the baseline is Emma Reid. Just getting the goalkeeper, Emily Carroll rather, behind the goal line. It's a good stop. Somerville's shot is saved, and it came back onto a Vic Park player's foot. So 16 again for Raiders, and they survive that little bit of pressure. 2 balls on the pitch, so we're going to have to get rid of one of those before we can continue. Cut out well by Emma Reid. Reid trying to spark something again for Vic Park, and she'll get the return pass. Across the face of goal, laid it back brilliantly, but it was just too far ahead of Keely McCauley. So McCauley's been there or thereabouts throughout the first half. Hasn't managed to really get a shot in anger away, but you feel she's in the right positions, and that opportunity may come later in the match. Raiders, though, trying to get on equal terms before the half-time whistle. Jackie Day will collect that in the midfield, beats one, and feeds it to Shania Tonkin. Tonkin accelerates into the circle, goes on the reverse stick, played it across the face of goal, and unfortunately Newlin was at the back post but just couldn't get the touch for Raiders to get that equalising goal. But Day and Tonkin, when they combine, looking dangerous at the moment. And they've got those links happening. It's pretty good as Holzberger intercepts now, advances, trying to get the better of Somerville. Holzberger held up. That's good defensive play by Vic Park. Down the line it goes, and off the stick of Jamie Thomas into the foot of Shania Tonkin. I think that was more luck than judgment. But Vic Park will take all the luck they can get at the moment. Jamie Thomas just eyeing the clock before she plays on. Self passes and then cracks it down the side. Goes off Holzberger. Somerville again, just wasting a couple of seconds there to let the clock run down a little bit more. That's a good steal. Trying to now spark something is Hrobela. Into Somerville it goes. Nick Hrobela again. Oh dear, she just played that straight to Renee Rockcliffe, and now it's time to defend again as Danielle Bestel has the ball. Bestel advances, being forced wide. She's got inside the circle, but it was just taken away from her at the vital moment, and then Jackie Day has won a free hit, plays on quickly, catches the foot of Emma Reed. Will be another free hit to North Coast Raiders. We're in the final 30 seconds now of the first half. Shania Tonkin collects just inside the Vic Park half. Gives Somerville a bit of a dance. Takes her one way, then the other. Tonkin into the circle. And a great recovering tackle from Somerville. Will be a long corner, and that may well be the last play of the first half. Taken quickly by Holzberger, but she cannot get the ball into the circle. And although it's been an even match, it's been Vic Park doing most of the attacking, and certainly North Coast Raiders doing a lot of defending. But they have shown moments where they can catch the opposition. But at the moment, it is Vic Park in the lead. Harriet Collins' goal, the difference between the two teams. Vic Park 1, North Coast Raiders 0. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. The second half of this match about to get underway. Players coming out a little bit early because obviously damp clothes, you do not want to be sitting there getting cold. But it is currently Vic Park leading by 1-0. And of course they need a victory today to keep their dream of playing in the finals alive. There is a match coming up after this, 3:30, Suburban Lions versus UWA. And they'll be hoping that Suburban Lions can beat UWA or at least get a draw if Vic Park can hang on for the win. But it's Raiders who get the second half underway. Jackie Day over the ball. They're hanging in at the moment. North Coast Raiders making it difficult for Vic Park. Question is, can they find a goal from somewhere and really make Vic Park sweat? Shania Tonkin collects the ball again, drives towards the baseline, keeps it in play. Along the baseline she goes, pulls it across the face of goal. In the end, Mackenzie Epps with a really good save, just clearing that outside of the D. Ball played square, and it's kept alive by Emma Reid. Reid goes infield. Danielle Bestel, who's been really lively in this match. The ball just poked away from her by Jordan Holtzberger. She lets it run over the side, plays on quickly. And eventually just going to be dispossessed by Maddie Newland. Newland, oh, that's a really good tackle and a little bit harsh, I think, there. Jamie Thomas penalised. I thought it was maybe just a little bit of a backstick before Thomas came in for the tackle. Sienna Berry goes into the defensive line. Young put pressure on, and it's now going to break perfectly for Harriet Collins. Collins accelerates towards the circle, feeds the ball to Young. Young looks to square it across the face of goal, ricocheting everywhere, and in the end lifted over the keeper, Michelle Harvey, I think it was, who got the final touch, and she makes it 2-0 to Victoria Park. Well, that's the perfect start to the second half of this match. It was a really well-crafted goal. Good combination play between Collins and Young. Young putting a really good ball across the face of goal. And I'm pretty sure it was Michelle Harvey that just got the final touch, lifted it over the keeper. So Raiders now got a little bit of a harder job to do to come back from 2 down. Just run out of play, and unfortunately away from Anna Roberts. Risky ball back into the defensive line, but there's plenty of composure there at the moment. Chance for Vic Park to break forward. It's a good ball. Renee Rockcliffe into the circle she goes, and free hit goes the other way. And Michelle Harvey, that goal is her 3rd of the season, but it could be a crucial one. Harriet Collins now up with 12 goals. Comes back to Fruscia. Fruscia looks to play that directly into the circle. Played cleverly into the foot by Emma Hickey. She really made Shania Tonkin stretch, though. Tonkin couldn't keep the ball in play. Another good lead coming from Kimberly Young. She just delayed that run to perfection. Received the ball and wins a long corner, as the stumbling Brooke Hurst played it over the baseline. Thomas to Fruscia. Fruscia back to Thomas, making Schoonens do plenty of doggies in between the two of them. Nothing worse as a forward, going back and forward between 2 defenders. A mistake by Fruscia, and there's a chance to break now. It's Holtzberger looking for options, looked to go infield and managed to catch the feet of Renee Rockcliffe, who'll be very relieved because that broke up the attack, and now it gives Vic Park a chance to get players behind the ball. Just topping that ball forward. was Anna Roberts. Young again, taking up a good position wide on the right-hand flank. Keeps possession well. Plays it back. Somerville dinks it onto the foot of Tonkin and then quickly plays on. She's got Stewart wide. I'm sorry, Kimberly Young rather. Into the circle it goes, and unfortunately just popping up and catching Collins's shin pad. So Emma Hickey again with the free hit. Emma Hickey did a degree in history, politics and law. Sounds like a very heavy diet of education for me. Now works as a teacher. Fruscia plays it wide and just too far ahead of Somerville. Somerville intercepts that one. It will be back though with Raiders as Tonkin collects and looks to go around the outside of Somerville. Somerville giving chase. Tonkin steps back. Somerville hits the turf and free hit to Tonkin just outside the circle. Can Raiders find a goal here and pull something back? Into the air it goes to Holzberger, top of the circle. Holzberger beats the defender, Danielle Bestel, trying to turn and get a shot. Feeds it to Tonkin. Tonkin air swing as Somerville just poked the ball away from her as she was about to shoot. Again, really good defending from Carrie Somerville. You can just see how much Vic Park missed her last year when she was out injured. So it's just gone over the side. I thought it had for a second. There's a little bit of an altercation going on down below. Not quite sure what that's all about between some of the coaching staff. Well, hopefully that is kept in order. There's a break forward now for Michelle Harvey. She just ran it over the side. I just saw the Vic Park coaching staff walk across to the North Coast Raiders bench and there were words exchanged. Not sure what that was all about as Jackie Day breaks forward. And a green card has been issued. So Vic Park down to 10 for 2 minutes. Can North Coast Raiders find a goal now? Is Jamie Thomas, who picked up the green card. Fruscia flicks it to the air. Hickey will bring that down, but didn't get it totally under control, and a chance now for Emma Reid to try and go forward, but she was denied by Hickey, who recovered well, but caught the back stick as she tried to feed the ball into the midfield to Jackie Day. Now the wind picking up. But I'm pleased to say no rain at the moment. Hopefully it's going to blow the rain clouds away from Perth Hockey Stadium. I got whistles going everywhere. At least the umpires, though, are in agreement. Fruscia pushes the ball wide onto the right-hand side. Come back to her. A little bit of a hesitation as she left it for a second. Abby Taylor plays it down the line, and Renee Rockcliffe. Again, great stick work from her under immense pressure from Holzberger, who's finally penalised. Well, that was never taken from where the foul occurred, but it's now Emma Reid for Vic Park, who has the chance to play the ball infield to Somerville. Somerville continues her run and has been penalised just catching the foot. No complaints from her, so it must have actually done so. So Jackie Day. Short pass to Holzberger. Holzberger trying to just run that into the path that she was running forward. Now it comes wide. Sienna Berry. It's a good pass forward from her. Chance for Tyler Hurst. Hurst going into Rachel Fruscia. Edge of the circle. Free hit. Jackie Day self passes. Gets on with things quickly for Raiders. Into the circle she goes. What a tackle again by Somerville. Just as Jackie Day was about to get rid of the ball and have a shot on a reverse stick. And it's a penalty corner that time. A good running by Holzberger and managing to find the foot inside the circle. So second penalty corner now for North Coast Raiders. Is this the moment where they manage to pull a goal back? But Carrie Somerville, that's twice now she's denied Shania Tonkin a shot, and also Jackie Day with really brilliantly timed tackles. So Emma Hickey waiting again at the top of the circle. Jackie Day doing the stop. It may be a slight variation this time around. In fact, it is. It goes wide, and that's too high, though. Unfortunately, Maddie Newland hit it well, but she just hit it too high. Went above the backboard, so no goal. And you could see that's why she was a little bit frustrated. Great steal in the midfield. And eventually winning the free hit. Good work by Anna Roberts. Hickey miscontrols that and is given possession away. She recovers well, though. Plays it into the shins of Michelle Harvey. So it will be another free hit to North Coast Raiders, who are still searching for a goal against the most miserly defence in the competition. Good defensive work again from Rachel Fruscher. Goes back to Fruscher, two players around her, one in front of her. She still gets the pass away to Carrie Somerville. In fact, I don't think that was Somerville. I think that was Abby Taylor. My apologies. In fact, it was Abby Taylor. So Jamie Thomas now. A little bit of space for her. Shape to go back to Fruscher, then carries forward, but she's under pressure now. Jackie Day looking to steal on halfway. Thomas got the free hit, but played on. It's been won back by Vic Park. And that's just caught the foot there of Dempsey Campbell. Played on quickly by Maddie Naylor-Pratt. Danielle Bestel feeds it forward. Shot, edge of the circle. Good save coming in from Emily Carroll, although up in the air it went. So it will be now a penalty corner to Vic Park, their second of the match. And can they stretch their lead here? You feel a goal now would almost assure them a victory. 2-0. It's always when a team gets a goal to 2-1, it's very dangerous, because the momentum can shift. But at 3-0 and then a 3-1, it's still a lot of work to be done. So Rachel Fruscher waiting at the top of the circle. Can she lead her team to a third goal? Good trap, Fruscher low down, and it's, well, Kimberly Young was so close to deflecting that one in. It's going to be, though, a Vic Park ball from the sideline. Still got possession. Free hit, won by them, advancing now towards the circle. Into the circle it goes. Jackie Day clears only halfway, and then they get the free hit. So Jackie Day plays on quickly. She's pursued, run down very quickly. She tries to get the ball forward, but that's a great intercept and a chance for Keely McCauley. McCauley, though, tackled back. Bestel now has to go backwards, and Fruscher advances. She gave a good call there to receive that pass. And it was just a good touch once more coming defensively from Tyler Hurst. So in the last 2.5 minutes now of the third quarter. A goal right after the halftime break, proving really important for Vic Park. Just giving them that 2-goal buffer in a game they must win to keep their finals hopes alive. Comes back to Jamie Thomas. Out wide, Naylor-Pratt goes back to Thomas again. That's a good pass, but not brought under control by Emma Reed, and just took a deflection over the side, so it'll be Raiders' ball on halfway. Holzberger says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." She looks to advance, tries to get past Thomas, manages to. Holzberger still going. And then she's fouled just on the edge of the circle. Amberley Abbott just throwing a stick across Holzberger, so a free hit to Raiders just outside the circle as we're into the final minute and a half of the third quarter. Of course, must travel 5 meters before it goes into the circle. Holzberger really in a tight spot there. Managed to get a foot off Jamie Thomas, so gets another free hit. Advances towards the circle now, but 3 defenders. She's drawn another foul. So it's good work by Jordan Holzberger at the moment. Holzberger, who will be, well, she turned 27 last week. Sienna Berry from the side. We're into the final minute now. Is there a goal before the final break for Raiders? Can they force a penalty corner? They're going to need to get moving quickly. Into the circle it goes. Great chance. Push towards goal. Fruscher's there, though. And is that stolen? No. Rachel Fruscher coming away with it. Got it the better of Robin Walsh. Jackie Day has pounced on it. She's trying to get inside the circle. Jackie Day found a foot. Penalty corner. Well, that is just what North Coast Raiders needed. They now need a goal if they can really make the final quarter a little bit difficult for Vic Park. This could well be the last play of this quarter. Well, the last time they got the shot into the goal, got it past Mackenzie Epps, but unfortunately it was a hit and it was too high. So Emma Hickey waiting at the top of the circle. Will they try a variation again? Jackie Day doing the stopping. Day stops. Hickey strikes. Good save. The rebound put wide. Holzberger coming in, but she put the shot the wrong side of the post. So a very important save coming from Mackenzie Epps. And there goes the hooter for the end of the third quarter. It's been another one that Vic Park will be very happy with. Michelle Harvey scoring just 2 minutes after the break, meaning that we go into the final break with a scoreline that reads Vic Park 2, North Coast Raiders 0. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. Quick thank you to our sponsors once again, Kookaburra, TigerTurf, Danks Furniture. The Danks difference is they're proudly Western Australian, AUSDRILL and FMG. Well, we're going into the final quarter now, this match, a match that Vic Park Panthers had to win. They're 2-0 to the good at the moment, and then they will have to wait and see the result of Suburban Lions versus UWA, which gets underway at 3:30 to see if they can book their place in the finals campaign starting next weekend. Of course, if Suburban Lions win or draw, it will mean if Vic Park hang on for a victory today, they will be in the top 4. 15 minutes to go. Raiders, who've made it hard for them, getting us underway. Shania Tonkin goes back again to Jackie Day, gets the return pass. And that's just finding the foot. Lovely little bit of skill there coming from Annika Schoenens. Played on again by Tonkin. Tonkin just denied by a little stick jab coming in eventually from Harriet Collins. Collins who opened the scoring for Vic Park. Tonkin. Stolen by Jamie Thomas. Collins pushing it forward. Young, good lead again from her. And Young keeps the ball in play, and just over the side it goes. Dempsey Campbell just pushing it over the side. Jamie Thomas feeds it forward to Collins. Collins just momentarily got the better of Sienna Berry. Berry recovers well, plays it infield. Jackie Day's given it away. Thomas, though, will get the pass through to Kimberly Young. Young somehow kept it alive, and Bestel keeps it for Vic Park. That's just run away from Collins. Collins, though, looks up, sees where Young is inside the circle, drives towards the baseline, takes a tumble. The ball, though, will come to Emma Reid, who in turn goes back to Thomas once more. Out wide now to Somerville in space. Somerville into the circle it goes. Good defence, though, just stepping ahead of Young was Dempsey Campbell. It's one back again. Young sliding in. Got possession back for Vic Park. Somerville again trying to lay the ball back to Young. Somerville somehow keeps possession. Now she finds Kimberly Young. Young's got good stick work, takes herself into the circle, looks to lay the ball back. It's a good pass back, just off the inside kicker, and it's gone wide of the goal. So I think Emily Carroll with a very, very important save. Whether she knew too much about it, but she was in the right position. And that is now a penalty corner, running back as the pass was made. So a professional foul. And it is a third penalty corner for Vic Park. As we see the rain just beginning to tumble again. It's fairly fine, but it is falling. Fruscia comes on from the bench with the instructions. Making her way to the baseline is Emma Reid. So Somerville lining up alongside Fruscia. Can Vic Park get a third? And breathe easy. Comes out. Somerville is there. Looks to flick. Good save. That's a very good save from Emily Carroll to her left-hand side. Was arrowing into the left-hand corner of her goal. Got across and made a very good save. Emily Carroll, who's been with North Coast Raiders for 20 years, made her debut for them back in October 2009. Chance now, though, for Vic Park on the counter-attack. The ball won back again brilliantly by Somerville. And just everybody shouting there. I think that was more frightening for Dempsey Campbell than the ball coming towards it. Given away, though, in the midfield again by Raiders, and Collins keeps it in play. And Campbell comes across once more, is penalised, loses a stick, and slow to her feet is Harriet Collins, who certainly would have stretched her groin there and is probably in a little bit of trouble. She's very slow to her feet, and hopefully it's not a knee injury, just stretching of the groin. Just felt awkwardly. And if they do go into the finals, they would not want to lose their leading goal scorer. Good to see she's back on her feet and just stretching, and worries me a little bit. She is holding that knee. That's not so good. Maybe they just need to check that out. Walking a little bit gingerly now. Abby Taylor over the ball, and yep, Harriet Collins is going to go off and have that looked at. And let's hope it isn't anything serious. What a time to get injured. Good break forward now from Kayla O'Sullivan, and into the circle she goes. Good defence again, though, from Raiders, and they're scrambling a little bit. And it's good work once more from Michelle Harvey that wins them yet another penalty corner. So Vic Park now with their fourth penalty corner. Michelle Harvey, who originally from Melbourne. So Somerville waits. Fruscia too at the top of the circle. Smiles all around at the top of the circle, so looking very relaxed at the moment. I suppose Vic Park know all they've got to do is win this game, and then they've got to wait. It comes to Fruscia. She plays it now to Somerville. Somerville flicks. Good save again from Carroll. Young with a shot on the turn, but unfortunately it goes wide of the goal. Well, I was going to say earlier, Kimberly Young tends to score when we have the cameras here. She hasn't had one yet today, but that was the closest she's come so far. Somerville again advances. And you could see what the plan was. And Young had pulled wide and she was meant to just run into that space. So she certainly made the good runs in the forward line, Kimberly Young. Some have come off, some haven't, but stretches the defence. And the foul this time going against Vic Park. Player penalised is Kayla O'Sullivan. Somerville again. Good pass forward. That's a lovely little touch from Danielle Bestel to play it into the path of the advancing Renee Rockcliffe. Free hit though went against Vic Park, and now it's Tonkin bursting forward. Shania Tonkin trying to go across Somerville in a penalty corner. Oh, that was the defender's position coming in to try and make the tackle. That's why the penalty corner was conceded, impeding Tonkin. So another penalty corner for Raiders, and you just think if they get one now, 10 minutes left in the match, could make Vic Park just a little bit jittery. So Holzberger makes her way to the baseline once more. Emma Hickey waiting at the top of the circle. It is going to be Hickey to strike. It's pushed the other way, and good save in front of the keeper. Good save by Mackenzie Epps, and another shot comes in, and frustration from Maddie Newland. She was denied the original shot. It was a good stop in front of the keeper. And then when the ball came back to her, she put a shot a long, long way wide. So Fruscia, again, carries out from the defensive line. Ooh, there's a strong coming together there. It's inside the circle, though, and kicked clear. Pleased to say both players who hit the turf fairly hard back up on their feet, but it will be a long corner to Vic Park. We're into the final 9.5 minutes. Bestel drills it straight down the middle. Carroll, well, I thought that took a touch, but the umpire is a little bit closer to the action, and it's 16 being given. No complaints from Vic Park, so he must have been right. Hickey pushes the ball out wide. Raiders again, who are still making a game of this. Shania Tonkin tries to turn and gets the foul from a combination of Bestel and Harvey. Jackie Day now, a little bit of space for her. Through the legs she goes. It's given straight back by Vic Park. Emma Hickey says, thank you very much. Misplayed that pass, and now Kimberly Young has got it. She can break forward. Michelle Harvey's to her left-hand side, just looking up now as she pulls wide. That's intelligent play. Managed to find the foot, and it will still be Vic Park ball. There was not too much on going forward. Harvey made a good run into the circle, but two defenders between Young and Harvey made it a difficult pass to make. That will fall, though, for Michelle Harvey, just to keep it a beat, and she's drilled that one, and it's hit Kimberly Young in the shoulder. And Young still holding that shoulder. That would have hurt. Somerville, and deflection, long corner, as the rain comes down just a little bit harder now. We're approaching the halfway point of the final quarter, as the thunder rolls around Curtin University, the home of the Perth Hockey Stadium. Fruscia, good skills from her. Plays it out wide now to Abby Taylor, who can't keep it in play. Almost won well by Kayla O'Sullivan. Has been won eventually by Vic Park, and free hit goes their way. Abby Taylor comes forward. It's good work from Renee Rockcliffe, though, to put the pressure on and win that free hit. Bestel pushing it wide, stepping out well from defence is Shania Tonkin. She just left it behind for a second, beats Bestel. Still going, she's got the better of Jamie Thomas too. Vic Park, though, getting numbers back. That's a great pass, and unfortunately for North Coast, Schoenens, who needed to be lower down to deflect that one past the keeper. Was just a little bit too upright, but real desperation. That could have been a goal for Raiders. Great vision shown by Shania Tonkin. And the free hit goes the way of Raiders again. Jackie Day, south passes, feeds the ball top of the circle. Good defensive play, well, not good defensive play by Jamie Thomas. Concedes a penalty corner. So 5th penalty corner of the match for North Coast Raiders. Is this their moment? Can they get a goal? Can they just make it a very nervous final 5 or so minutes? Newland's had a couple of good opportunities. She's got one past the keeper, lifted it too high. Last time she shot wide. Will they use her again? I'm not sure she's out there, actually. So it comes to Emma Hickey, who drills it. And Emma Hickey has finally put a goal in. And we have now got a really exciting finish coming up in this match. Well, it is a penalty corner to Raiders. They have threatened throughout this match. And so now Vic Park are going to really be tested. That's just the 20th goal they've conceded, and this is their 18th match of the season. So Vic Park are a hard team to score against. And I think the big question is now, can they get another goal? The win is all they need. They need the 3 points, but Raiders are certainly going to make it difficult for them. Of course, a draw would pretty much kill their chances. It would put them on to 30 points, although they have a superior goal difference. So if UWA lost to Lions and this game finished in a draw, it would still be Vic Park who would edge into the top 4 and the finals campaign. So a draw could be enough, but a victory is going to put them in a much better position. And it's still all Raiders coming forward at the moment. Just a miscommunication there in the end from Anna Roberts and Maddie Newland. Vic Park, Bestel plays it wide. Chance to come forward now for Emma Reid. Over halfway she goes, just drops the ball back. Comes infield now to Jamie Thomas. Thomas, good pass again, goes to Bestel. Bestel goes wide to Somerville. Down the line it goes. Good lead once more from Young. Young wins the free hit. She's been crafty doing that all afternoon. We're into the final 5 minutes. Fruscia comes to Thomas. Abby Taylor collects, edge of the circle. That was almost a brilliant block from Anna Roberts. In it goes, the deflection was there. It's been put wide this time, and in fact, it took a touch. Long corner has been given. Michelle Harvey was there, but Young was in the heart of things. In fact, no, it is going to be a long corner. Well, Raiders are upset. They thought there was no touch. Initially, I didn't think there was either. And there were no complaints from Vic Park when it was given. But into the circle they come now. Trying to turn is Abbott. And Abbott's won a penalty corner. And now a 5th penalty corner for Vic Park. Just under 4 minutes left. They would really love a goal now just to breathe a little bit easier. You can feel the fans up here on the top tier of the balcony getting a little bit anxious. Emma Reid goes to the baseline. Carrie Somerville and Rachel Fruscia wait at the top of the circle. This time not quite as relaxed as the last penalty corner they won. Stopped. Fruscia takes a touch, looks to try and feed it back to Reid. And there's a little bit of a shove in the back there. And that will be another penalty corner. Renee Rockcliffe, the player that was impeded. She was giving the death stare to the umpire, Dan Mander, but the decision was already given. Maybe she was hoping there was going to be a card issued as well. Nothing doing though. Penalty corner and a chance again for Vic Park. Fruscia and Somerville. Somerville moves to the left, comes out. It's a mistrap. Looked as if it almost caught the foot of Bestel, but no whistle. It's going to fall to Somerville now. Good save again from Emily Carroll. Rebound comes back to Somerville, plays it across the D, and it just caught a foot, so it will be another penalty corner. Good sustained pressure from Vic Park. So Emma Reed makes her way down to the baseline once more. Somerville now the preferred choice. Somerville flicks. It's gone wide of the left-hand post. Jackie Day just watching it sail past the post and quickly trying to play on, but it was an errant pass, and Holzberger had a really hard job to even get a touch on it, let alone keep it in play. So Fruscia now. And that was well intercepted, even though it's gone over the sideline. But every second counting for Raiders at the moment, and no doubt UWA are watching on before they play their game. Comes infield again. Raiders trying to create something. Given away. Fruscia, well, she's been put under pressure. Managed to get it to Abby Taylor. Now Renee Rockcliffe closed down really well by a desperate Maddie Newland, who's now seen Raiders back with the ball. Newland makes a run up the side. Stepping out there was Taylor, and Taylor managed to find the foot of Jackie Day. Every second counting. Still 2.5 minutes left. Raiders, of course, looking for an equaliser. Won't change their position on the table, but it could have a bearing on who plays in the finals. Bobbling ball, really difficult to bring under control, and it's just been stolen by Tonkin. Another steal back, though, by Vic Park. Good work from Bestel, also combining well with Emma Reed. Reed it was who initially stole the ball, and Bestel winning the free hit. Jamie Thomas will just slow things down for a second. Self passes. Looks what's available ahead and then plays square to Abby Taylor. Taylor into the circle, but it's intercepted again by Jackie Day. And Day gets a bump in the back. Slow to her feet, that one hurt. Thomas steps across, intercepts again for Vic Park. It's going to be lost again, though, and the chance now for Anna Roberts to push it forward. Tonkin loves to run with the ball, plays it into the foot of Thomas. Free hit to Raiders, taken from the wrong spot. That's going to eat up valuable seconds. Comes wide now, and it's a good touch. Michelle Harvey reading that one really well. Sienna Berry goes infield. It's a good pass to pick out Jackie Day. Cross goes to Holzberger. Holzberger just trying to push it to the edge of the circle. Good defense again from Somerville. Somerville collides with Krobelar. Krobelar hits the turf, and, well, they can't believe they didn't get a free hit there. Krobelar just stood her ground and was bundled over. Thomas goes wide. We're into the final minute. Somerville's ball it will be from the side. She'll probably flick it to the air. No, she slides it down the line. Has given possession away. Shania Tonkin looks to take on Somerville. She's got past one. She's got past two. She's into the circle. Tonkin lays it back. Good touch. And then Bestel again help out, although she's played it over the baseline. Some could say that was deliberate. Oh dear, and there's a mistake, and that may well kill the game, and it will be a victory for Vic Park. The Hoot are about to go. They'll take their time playing it in from the side. There is the siren, and it is a victory for Vic Park, but North Coast Raiders really made them work hard for it. It means that they now move on to 31 points and jump above UWA on the league table. But there is a game coming up at 3:30, and that will see Suburban Lions on 34 points playing UWA, who are on 30. So UWA are going to need to win to book their place in the final, because the final score here was Vic Park 2, North Coast Raiders 1.